Right, we have local board input and we welcome Lotu and, yes, sorry, and another fellow board member.
Tēnā koutou katoa, talofa lava, warm Otara Papatoetoe greetings to you, Mr. Chair, your worship and members of the governing body and the Finance and Performance Committee. I have with me today my local board colleague, Apolo Rees, Autanga Vaia. Today we're here to, first of all, thank you for enabling us to be here to talk to you about our other Ollie. You'll know that previously I've come before the committee and presented a different Ollie, but you recognise that that was actually not a local board initiative, but was an error that you've then put right. And I thank you for that, and I thank you for your grace in allowing us to come back with something different. And that's because you, as regional governors of the city, recognise that our community is a vulnerable community, is a community in an area of high deprivation, and that we shouldn't miss out on having something pretty good for our area. So today we're here to ask you for some assistance to get our one local initiative across the line. So we've got a few slides here. Way back in 2012, that was the vision when the budget was passed, and that was what $3.7 million could buy. And we thank Councillor Filipaina for his work back then in 2012. However, if we fast forward, oh, here we go, there's the clicker. Fast forward to 2013, and that plan had to change somewhat because 3.7 million couldn't buy that. And then by 2017, 3.7 million plus another 2 million from the board. That's what we were told in 2017. But by 2018, that had diminished even further. And the bottom one in the grey, where it says current, that's actually what we can now afford, what we were told last year we could afford with our 3.7 million from the governing body, 2 million that the board was able to put in as well. But now we are also told that there is a shortfall of 1.5 million. So I'm here to beseech you on behalf of the people of Otara and Papatoetoe to assist us to get this very important project across the line. So since I was here last time, they have discovered some issues with methane in the ground. Our multi-sport complex is built right next to what used to be a rubbish dump, and so some of that has seeped through to the area that we're going to build. They can mitigate it, but it comes at a cost. And also they want to extend the laundry that they're proposing to put in as a way for the club or the trust to be self-sustaining once they do become operational. And I do want to show you some pictures of what the multi-sport complex looks like now. So currently, and since I was a little girl, since I was about 5 years old, I've been playing kilikiti and volleyball here at Ngāti Otara with my church and with my school group. But this is what the people of Otara have called our multi-sport complex since way back then. And actually it looks a lot better. Sorry? Yep, the Scorpions, that's what we consider the Ngāti Otara multi-sport complex now, is this building that was an old toilet block, and the board has given money to repaint it over the years and to fix up the kitchen and things like that. But that's basically what our people in Otara have been using since I was a little girl, and I'm about 30 years plus another 10 years plus another 8 years over that. So, yeah, we want to build something fit for purpose for the people of Otara. Last month we had the International Youth Tag Competition at Ngāti Otara Multi-Sport Complex, and there were thousands and thousands and thousands of young people playing tag. All through summer we had thousands of people playing kilikiti from various different churches, and it's a very, very well used sports complex. We are going into the winter sports now. We have rugby league, we have netball, we have soccer as well on those fields. But, you know, this is the complex that our people have been using. So we're just asking you to help us get this project across the line with an extra 1.5 million. Kia ora.
Good. Any reflection? No? All good. Okay, right. Well, yes. Well, Lotu, yes, you are the only local board that's getting the second bite of the cherry on the Ollie, and more than welcome to that as well. I have Councillor Filipaina.
Thank you, Chair. I'll move to thank the local board, and I know that Councillor Bartley would like to second it. Just want to acknowledge both you and Reece, one for being here, but also for the local board and the work hopefully seeing the fruition. So my question is, how long has Otara, and especially the Scorpions, been waiting for at least something to be built? I know that 2013, 2012 with the 4.2, how long have they been waiting for this to happen?
I'd say at least 20 years. I mean, 2012 is when they first got that confirmation from this governing body that something was going to be done. And I know that there was a huge celebration in Otara when that happened. But since 2012, you know, that the wind has sort of gone out of our community, because they're at a point now where they, you know, almost don't believe it. They'll believe it when they see it. You know, it's at that point now. And our board has had to really put our foot down and say, we want to build something, because it's not quite what was promised in 2012, what we've ended up with, but at least it'll be something. And it's designed in a certain way so that in the future we can build on it if we can find the funds for it. And the multi-sport complex does include the marae as well, and we're doing that work alongside this work as well, but we have to find that funding elsewhere, because the marae build is around $7 to $8 million. Yep. Kia ora.
Chair, just one more question. When this goes ahead, what is the club going to do around having a building or something to be there as life still continues, as our kids and our community use Ngāti Otara Park for the gridiron, for the kilikiti, for tag, for touch? I mean, do you know what options they will have to at least still to continue, you know, being there for the community?
Our people are pretty resilient. They're used to not having a lot. And I think that they will put up with the build, the construction site and things like that, and just make do. You know, if they have to put up tents, I know they will. You know, the car park, when it's packed, people park on berms. It's still legal to do so, I'm told. But people will make do, and they'll pitch tents if they have to, but they won't stop using the field, because all our fields are oversubscribed at the moment. So, yeah, they'll just get on and make do. Kia ora.
Thank you very much, Lotta and Reece, for being along here. I was down at Ngāti Otara Park the other day, and I can confirm absolutely those facilities are at the end of their life. You've maintained them reasonably well, actually, but they are tired and they do need replacing. It's a multi-sport complex, so you're going across a number of different sports, and I think a lot of those sports, the membership's increasing, rugby league and league in particular, but you're also going to have a netball facility there. Can you tell us what and the numbers of people that you anticipate will be using that facility?
Currently, it's not an overstatement to say that thousands of people use the facilities now through winter and through summer, but I think that those numbers will increase. To use the actual building, they can't fit thousands in there. You can fit maybe up to 100 people, you know, 120 if you squeeze everyone in, and they spill out. In the summer, they use the, you know, the sort of the lawn area in the front for get-togethers and after-match functions and things like that. But I think that place will be humming. Once it's built and fit for purpose, it will be humming, and I expect membership in the hundreds, if not thousands. Kia ora, Mr. Mayor.
Right, thank you for the presentation. There's nothing you want to say, Pula? No?
Thank you for the opportunity. I wasn't planning on saying anything, but I did want to take the opportunity just to say that I also have grown up at Ngāti Otara Park playing kilikiki, and I was the little kids that would jump on the roof to collect the balls that go on the roof and that. And it's been a long time coming for this, and I just really I can't wait to see my own kids also having a better facility to live up to and hopefully climb up the roofs and collect balls. Thank you very much.
Okay, right, so we have obviously a note to receive, and thank you for your presentation, so, and you're welcome to stay, but I think you have to go, Lotu, yeah. So. Right, I'll put that, all those in favour? Right, against? Right, all good, thank you.
Thank
for your
you.
presentation. Right, we will now move straight on to the item, and we're going to invite, right, extraordinary business, there is no extraordinary business.